Your triggers could be telling you something. Yes, I have been there. My triggers, the things that used to trigger me, was telling me so many things and was trying to teach me a lot about myself. So, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Grace Ruth. I am happy to have you back. Please stick around because I am going to tell my personal stories as I tell you how the stories I've been, you know, that have been helping me throughout my personal journey of healing and discovering myself. So please like, share, and comment on your way in. And I'm just going to start. So the things that trigger us most of the time, trying to tell us something. And basically they trigger us from people that we have around, places that we live in, and that is basically most of the things that triggers of or the things that we hear from, maybe, or read from the internet, or watch from the TV. So many things can trigger us and try to tell us something. So personally, I did not know how to understand why the friends that I used to keep around me were triggering me in most of the time. And until I learned about the law of assumption is when I learned that everyone is you pushed out. So everyone around you, or everyone that you're attracting, has a version of you in them. That's why you are like attracted to them. So I used to be very, very annoyed sometimes by the fact that, oh, my friends are doing this, like, thinking that I'm the victim. Like, why am I keeping them around? And yet, I could not understand. And on the other side, I would think, I think we share something in common. Sometimes I'm so in love with whatever we share in common. Maybe it's a misery, maybe it's something that I am totally trying to overcome, or trying to heal. But I didn't know that until I healed that part of mine, is when the friends would just disconnect with me. That's when I would be able to let them go. Because when you're traumatized, you tend to attract people who are maybe just sick in a way. Like, you share the same shit in common. Like, maybe you're depressed, anxiety, or maybe just misery loves company. So sometimes you attract someone who understands you better because you share that negative thing in common. And would used to be a cycle of recycling and recycling the same story. It's like self-pity. I've never been a person of self-pity, but I have had friends who used to blame others and just want to be victims and self-pity. And it's so wrong, because I was just feeling, you know what, I don't want to feed my energy to that negativity. I don't want to repeat and recycle the same stories, the same issues over and over and over again, because I actually did not know about the law of attraction or law of assumption, but I knew deep down that I don't want to be this person anymore. And yet again, I didn't know how to let them go. So lately, like for the past few months, actually from earlier this year, is when I started learning, you know what, I think these my friends are trying to tell me something. So I started analyzing. I had a bunch of friends. Sometimes some of them would just go out of touch for months, sometimes for year plus, and then when we rekindle love, it's like nothing happened. Yet maybe when we parted ways, it was just nasty fallout, and then I could just cover them. And in most cases, I was the one who was trying to fix things, so I would just suppress my emotions. Maybe they hurt me in a way, but I would just brush things under the carpet and just act like nothing happened. And when I started realizing that I need to fix things and I need to get rid of these friends for real and try to understand myself, is when I came across the law of assumption, the people who teach about the law of assumption on YouTube. And that's when I realized, oh, everyone is you pushed out. So everyone that I'm around that I feel so connected with, we may be sharing something in common. I want to know what that something in common is. And in so many cases, apparently, most of them were just like my mother. I am so close to my mother. I was so close when I was so little. I've spent so much time with my mother, unlike my other sisters. And so at some point, I was becoming her. So the type of friends that she used to have, the type of a person that she is, it was just empowering whatever she gave to me, the negative and the positive. So I had to analyze and watch my friends and be really genuine with myself, which is not easy because you have to see yourself in angles that you've never seen yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I would see myself and look at my mom because we exuded different energies. My mom is more of the masculine side. She's a feminine who exudes feminine, masculine energy, and I exude so much feminine energy. So she used to dominate me a lot in so many things. So most of my friends would come just like that. They're so dominant, they are so masculine, and I used to wonder, why are my friends like this? Why are they not like me? And we would reach to a point of they're dominating me, they're trying to press me down, and I am not feeling comfortable about it. I don't want it. So I used to feel so bad, and sometimes if they would try to do that to me, those negative things, or dominating me, telling me what to do, I would just keep a distance from them. And then when I'm away from them, apparently my everything that I ever wanted, like things would just start flowing and aligning for me and smoothly flowing, these great opportunities coming my way. And I did not know how this was working. So I also again had to learn about women, how women act when they're exuding masculine energy, and how women act when they're exuding feminine energy. So that's when I realized, oh, my mom used to dominate me since I was a kid, telling me what to do, limiting me. Oh, you know what, baby, you're so young, you can do this. And after, growing up, and in my early 20s, I started attracting friends who were just like my mom, masculine friends, girlfriends. One time I made a joke telling my friend that my girlfriends are more like boyfriends, and the men I'm attracting, some of them are like the girlfriends. So, like, in this world, you just attract every kind of a person. If you're just attractive person, you attract everybody, masculine men, feminine men, everybody. So it's up to you to choose who you want to keep around and who you don't want to align and stick with. So personally, it was annoying me because I would feel that whenever I'm with my girls, I am so powerless. I am so controlled, yet it wasn't making me feel good. And when I'm in with a man, they're just easy. When I'm maybe dating someone, that person is just so easy with me, so calm, so understanding. So I was thinking, why are men in my life so calm and kind, yet the women in my life are so annoying, dominant, and controlling? So until I learned the law of assumption, which is again from a psychological level, is the people that you attract is whatever, it's based on how you were raised. So it comes from somewhere. It is rooted from somewhere. So my mom is one who exudes the masculine energy. So I would attract people just like her, friends just like her. So I started realizing, you know what? I think since I've learned this so far, I need to get to do away with this once and for all. So I started evaluating my friends and, marking every word and not suppressing my emotions anymore. Whenever we would hang out, I was just listening to their words. So sometimes they were reflecting their traumas and issues and negative emotions towards me because I am an easy target. And that's when I realized, you know what? I think I will not suppress this anymore. I have gained my own power. I'm in control of whatever I want to keep around me and whatever I want to let go and dispose. And this one I'm not going to entertain. And since I knew that is in their nature, I could not change that unless they wanted to. Then I don't have to hang out with them. I don't have to hang out with someone and then take a whole week or days to recover from hanging out with them. Thinking, oh, why would they judge me harshly? Why would they reflect this on me? Like when someone's saying, oh, you don't have this. And I'm like, no, it's you that don't have this. I would have never stood up for myself saying, you know what? Because I hate what is it called? I hate confronting someone who is not aware of their emotions. I just hate arguments that are not going to lead to anywhere. So it was just thinking, you know what? If they can change and they still want to use me as an easy flow of or exit of their emotions or their frustrations, then I have to let them go. So I had to analyze things, I have to listen to them. But some people, you can just let them go. They're just parents. So I had to tell my mom, you know what? Mom used to limit me a lot, used to tell me, don't do this. And she used to inflict fears in me and sometimes guilt shame me. And sometimes she would just, tell me, you know what? I think by this, doing this, it will cause you this. I was like, now that I'm grown and sane, now that I'm not depressed or have anxiety and I am totally healed and grounded, I know what I want and I know what I don't want. So I told her, you know what, mom? Based on me now, I can't take everything that you tell me. I have to evaluate things. I'm an adult. I have to act like an adult. So please don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me which is the right time and which is not the right time. I can do this all by myself. If I need your help, I'm gonna ask that from you. But it's about time we just respect each other. You don't cross my boundaries telling me what to do. And I respect you and I love you, but I have to do some things for myself. So that was not a very comfortable confrontation, but it was necessary. And later on, she just learned, you know what? This is her. This is now me, the new me. She can't control me anymore. So if she wants to control things, she can control her own life. And again, letting my friends who are dominating me and being all masculine on me, I told them, you know what? You can't control me anymore. Go control your life. Because they were controlling me when they are not able to control their own lives. Then later on I would think, why do they treat me like this? Okay, not from a victim level, but where do I accommodate this? Yet I did not know that this is something that was deep rooted. So the moment I spoke with my mom and tell her this is what I want and this is what I don't want, that's when I was able to even let go my friends, because the cause of people who are triggered, the cause of the things that were triggering me was my mom, and I was able to draw that boundary with my mom. So I was able to draw boundaries with my friends, my sisters, sometimes some friends letting them go, and it was easy for me. But until the moment that I learned that those people there, they were triggering me, it was also trying to teach me how to be myself, how to take back my power, how to not let people control me. It was very, very healthy for me, because without learning that, then I could not have been able to understand that you have an issue, because the issue was me. I was the one who was attracting them. I was the one who was allowing them to stay in my life and do all this crazy shit and reflect their negativity on me. And now that I am empowered, I don't allow that anymore. If you tell me something, if anyone tries to either manipulate me, gaslight me, or just plain use, reverse psychology on me, I'll just tell them, you know what, I know what you're trying to do, and I can't allow this. It's either you stop it, or we can't have this conversation anymore. And if it's a new person, because people just have this mentality, especially men, they have this mentality of using things against you just to overpower you and, you know lower your guards down. I am not guarded, but I am very sane. I know when someone is trying to use some negative things to get into me. So it's either you speak to me genuinely and openly if you want to, or just be yourself. I like people being themselves. Just be yourself fully. I don't judge. I love people. I love authenticity. So if someone is not coming to me with that genuine self, then don't come to me, because I speak my truth. I live my truth. So I won't cover my own negativity with things just to be liked or be accepted by a certain person. So if you can't be yourself, then, and I know how to read between the lines, and I know how to join the dots. So if you dare try to you know use those toxic negativity around me, then I know this is someone that I can be around with, or this is someone that I don't want around me completely. Sometimes some people may be very, very careful with the energy in trying to kind of dig you, like thinking, oh, you're not aware that I'm hiding this. Oh, apparently, with all the knowledge that I've gathered, psychology knowledge, I know when people are trying to hide something. I know the phrases, the things that people use when they're trying to get into you, yet covering their own stories under, trying to cover themselves under. So I can't allow that. So I am very, very much aware if people are trying to be themselves around me, or they're trying to just fake things. So I don't fix, since I've fixed my own self, my mental health, my emotional health, and my energy, and I have to protect that energy. I can't allow people. So no one can trigger me right now, because I've attended all my triggers. I've asked questions that are necessary. What is wrong with me? Why do this place trigger me? Why do this person trigger me? Why did I read this on the internet and it just instantly triggered me? So I've asked all myself all those questions. I've healed. I've worked on myself. Working on itself is not easy. So I've done my own inner work. So I would encourage you to start asking yourself why you have so many triggers from people, from friends, from family members, and that will help you to understand yourself. You can see you can try to see the things that you hate about, or you dislike about your friend whom you're so close to, and understand those are the things that I have, those are the traits that I have. It's not easy, it's not very comfortable, but it will help you understand yourself. And if it's something that you can fix, well, you can fix it. If it's not something that, I believe anything can be fixed anyway. So if it's something that you can fix it. If it's something that you're willing not to fix, fine, you can just be comfortable with that, because sometimes some people just want to hang around the same people that you share in common. There's things that you share in common. They're making you feel whole and comfortable and at home. So fine, whatever you decide to do with the people who trigger you and the things that trigger you, it is all okay. And I respect that. But personally, and that's why I shared my story saying, that I had to reflect people around me and things to understand myself. So all along, it was all about learning about myself, trying to know myself better, and trying to better myself overall. So thank you so much for sticking around. I hope to see you in the next one, and take care. I love you. Bye.